Okay, welcome in everyone and welcome to another week, another Monday. I'm Janae Hancock here at the live desk, joined by Josh Planos with the Better Business Bureau. Josh, of course, as always, I have to ask how you're doing before we jump into everything. How's it going?
I'm good, Janae. I think my attitude's a lot better than the gloominess outside, but all good over here. How about yourself?
I'm doing well as well. So that's good that you have a positive attitude going into this new week, as always. But let's get straight into what we're going to be talking about today in news you can use. We're talking about celebrity imposters, which have gotten more sophisticated with artificial intelligence. So tell us a little bit more about how they have gotten more sophisticated and why you all say that.
Yeah, the rise of artificial intelligence has made a lot of things easier, in some cases for the better, and in some cases, maybe not so much. For instance, we've seen a lot of more sophisticated phishing email scams that personally I feel have a lot to do with the rise of artificial intelligence, being able to smooth out some of those grammatical mistakes and having the entirety of the internet essentially to access for driving some of that messaging, right? If you have an enormous amount of information at your disposal, it can help you tailor certain scams and certain information in a way that feels very authentic, very realistic. And sadly, we recently had somebody lose money in the Kansas City, Missouri area to what they thought was a celebrity endorsed product that cured hearing loss. And unfortunately, that advertisement that they saw was fake, and there were actually no celebrities endorsing the product. And that was a big reason why that person felt like that product might be just suitable for them. And sadly, we see this a lot with things like investments. You see a lot of Elon Musk related product endorsements. It's because a lot of that information is available online on that celebrity. We know what that person's voice sounds like, and we now have tools to be able to replicate that voice and that essentially that persona into advertising, and that can be very misleading and very damaging for victims.
And I want to go back. You said that someone here locally did lose money to one of those imposters. How much did they lose within that scam?
Yeah, this person lost $300, and so the range of monetary loss varies by what the endorsed product looks like, the amount of celebrities that stand behind it. If it involves an investment, which of course will demand a higher amount of money, typically, right? If someone is telling you to, sign up for $25,000 on a fantastic, return on investment type opportunity. Of course, you're going to lose a sizable amount of money, more than you would if you're just purchasing a product outright. But this person really did feel like this was an opportunity for their hearing loss to be handled. They felt like because the celebrities were standing in front of it, they were endorsing the product, that this was going to be something that fundamentally changed their life. And who wouldn't sign up for that? But the reality is it's very challenging in 2024 to know whether or not the communication that you receive is real, is authentic, or if somebody isn't, pulling the strings in the background to entice you to sign up for something that you otherwise wouldn't.
I think you touched on something pretty significant, that trust part of it. For someone to scam someone else, they have to gain that trust. And I think a lot of people, when they see celebrities, especially celebrities that they love, they believe it and they automatically trust them and they fall for scams, unfortunately. So, have we seen an increase in artificial scams, intelligence scams here lately compared to recent years? I know Taylor Swift was also a part of the AI situation not too long ago as well.
We have, I would say, there's probably never been more celebrity impersonations than we currently have. Obviously, artificial intelligence has grown by leaps and bounds in the last 12 months in terms of what is actually publicly accessible for all of us. But one thing we would caution is to not assume that celebrity posts, images, or videos are legitimate until you verify that they came from an official source. On a lot of these different social platforms, you can see that check mark. And in some cases, that's imperfect and imperfect science, but it is a good way to weed out a lot of what is ultimately reported to us by companies that maybe you've never heard of before. And there might be a reason for that. But just because something is shared widely on social media does not mean it is real. I think a lot of folks are going to get a hard crash course on that in the coming months. We have an election cycle coming up that will obviously be influenced by AI, by celebrity impressions. But it's just always best practice to do your due diligence before you purchase anything or you reshare something you saw on social media. It might be intentionally designed to be shareable or to be clicked on without actually being real or authentic. So certainly we want to make sure that we're engaging with content that is deserving of our time and attention. But that's easier said than done these days.
I want to dive into what other scams you are seeing with these fake celebrities, these imposters. So we talk about the hearing scam here locally, but what else are you all seeing across the nation?
Yeah, so I'd say broadly speaking, deepfake technology is really driving a lot of what it is that we're discussing today. Deepfake technology is just the means by which to take real video clips and photos of a person and to use them to create fake videos and audio clips. We see this with grandparent scams, right? With some of those incredibly nefarious tactics that have you believing that your grandchild or your grandparent is calling you on the phone and it sounds exactly like them. Deepfake technology is the culprit there, right? That is a sophisticated means of tools by which we can create things that are surprisingly realistic and damagingly so. So we do see this a lot with investment related tactics because that elicits an enormous payout for a scammer if you can get somebody to invest in a new currency or in a new real estate opportunity without doing their due diligence. Scammer, of course, stands to make a lot of money in that realm. We also see this, though, with regard to products, just like this person experience. We see this with ransom type payouts, with the grandparent type scams. But we also see this just on a smaller stake scale with just what's shared on social media, right? You see a lot of things that even the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, right, has an AI theme to it, right? Some of that communication is actually being further amplified by some of the tools that scammers now have at their disposal. In a lot of cases, they're looking for a payout, but in some cases, they're merely looking to stir up some trouble.
I love that you just mentioned the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. I think you're really fitting into this generation. But no, that's a great point. Just the fact that they've been even bringing in new voices from people who are dead. So it's a powerful tool and it's a scary tool. So you definitely want to make sure you are being careful, especially if you see something from a celebrity and it seems maybe too good to be true. So, Josh, is there anything else you would like to say before I let you go here today?
Yeah, I think this is a fantastic reminder that it's important to understand how AI is going to influence our world in the coming years, right? You don't need to have to work in Silicon Valley to really, need to get up to speed on at least the bare minimum of what these tools allow us to do. With AI image generators, you can truly type in a few words describing an image you want to be created, and then it's built, right? You can actually have somebody speak in the voice of Muhammad Ali in 30 seconds, right? So this information, these tools are here. They're here to stay until we apply better guardrails, frankly, on a societal level. But it's really important to at least have a baseline understanding of how these tools work, so you can know what to avoid and what to actually give your trust and support for.
Yeah, Josh, and I want to really fast before I let you go, I want to point out this comment coming in from Shirley. She says, I don't pay anyone who calls trying to sell me something. So that's something good to keep in mind. You definitely want to be careful. Josh, I want to thank you so much for joining me here at the live desk for news that you can use. And I will talk to you and see you next Monday at around 10:30. So thanks so much, Josh.
Thanks, Janae.
Have a good one. And for all of our viewers out there, be sure to keep it tuned in here with KCTV5 here at the live desk. We have so much in store for you all today. We actually are going to be launching our sports segment right here at the live desk inside of the KCTV5 newsroom at 5:30 this evening. And we also have our weather show that you can also catch on streaming and on air coming up later this evening as well. So be sure to sign up for our KCTV5 notifications. Download the KCTV5 News app as well as the weather app. I'm going to leave you all with a live look overlooking Kansas City.